Hi there, Laurie from Melodrome Man here. I'm just going to lead you through the kind of main guitar riff for Teratology, which is one of the singles from my upcoming EP, Life in Silicate. So you want to have your guitar tuned to drop D or double drop D, which basically means that either the top string and the bottom string for double drop D are both in D rather than E, or just that the bottom string for this song, because you don't use the top strings, is in D for this one. So most of the song really revolves around kind of the fourth string, your G string there, and mainly revolves around kind of a lot of trills and kind of pull-offs and things like that, to kind of get the specific sound that you hear throughout Teratology. So just kind of start with the intro is really quite simple. It's just a few notes. It's just an open G, then on 1, then on 3, and then kind of a trill on 1. And then when everything else comes in, that's when you come to the kind of first verse. So it goes straight in. And then the first kind of verse really is, it's quite tricky to see maybe on here, but it's this kind of opening trill using the open string on the G. So I'll just play it without the trills first, but it's... So... So it's really between that 1 and 3, the kind of open 1 and 3, over and over again, just on that G string to begin with. So it's... And that's when you can start to kind of get into the kind of more trilling. So rather than, I'm not playing the string every single note, I'm just kind of... So I'm just playing it once, but getting that kind of hammer-on action as well on that one, so it becomes this, which is quite fast, and it is quite fast in the song as well. But the more you kind of play it, it feels a lot better as well. Then it kind of progresses for the second part. It's a very similar action. It's just on the next string down on the B string, and that's between 3rd fret and 4th fret. So instead of it being, instead it's on the B string. And it's just using that the G string as the kind of drone note instead. So it's still that to begin with, and it's... So it kind of just goes between those kind of two, so the actual verse in full kind of goes... So really that's the whole verse kind of put together, and then progresses on to this kind of pre-chorus bit, which is where you get kind of more open notes, kind of more kind of just a couple of the strings played together, and that's kind of you have open G string, and then on the 3rd fret on the B string, and play those together. So it's just to get that ring. So it's... And then on to 1. So it's just that. Again, it's just that hammering on the trill. That's when you get to kind of the which is on the on the now D string, the kind of highest D string, it's 3rd fret, 1st fret, and then onto the B string, and then rather than kind of the similar pattern for the next bit, it's just onto the 3rd fret on the G string. And you just play that through a couple of times, so it kind of becomes this. And just in that, just play it through a couple of times. The kind of, I'd say the most difficult part is probably, for me anyway, because I'm not a very good guitarist, but the most difficult part is probably the chorus part, which is the starting on the B string on the 3rd fret, and it's this kind of just above it onto the next string, so onto the G string on the 3rd fret, and then onto the 1st. So 3rd fret on the B string, 3rd fret on the G string, 1st fret on the G string, and then 3rd fret on the D string, and then open G. But it's quite fast, so it's... There you go, I even get it wrong all the time, so... And then the next bit is just that. All on the G string. And so yeah, it just kind of becomes that. And then that's where it kind of just comes into the bit where it actually says the Teratology, which is kind of this open, actually playing both the notes together, which is your open G and then 3rd fret on the B string, so, and just kind of little stabs. And then it's very similar kind of to the verse bit, but it just has that couple of layers of different guitars, but the main guitar line is just. And it just switches on the G string again. But yeah, it's just that. And then the only other part of the song really that there is that's any different to that for the main guitar line is the kind of solo bit, which is very similar again to anything else within it. It's all really around the same part of the guitar for the main bit, and it's just again that 1 and 3 on the G string, but it's just leaving that open. It's just getting used to that kind of it's really, I'm playing all three of those notes, but it's just kind of all swept together, so it's quite fast. And it just switches to the kind of 3 and 4 again of the B string. And then it kind of goes for the second half of the solo. And that's really all it is, just a couple of layers of that really, and then it goes back into the chorus, kind of the final chorus really. Yeah, and that's kind of really the whole song really. So once you put all the parts together. Anyway, that's the riff to Teratology. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope maybe some people might go away and have a go at playing it. The whole EP, Life in Silicate, is out this Friday, which is Friday 25th of August. You can get it all on streaming and everything like that. So you can follow me on Instagram at Melodrome Man. That's where I post most of my stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.